Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope we're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, I'm going to show key punishes with Ken in respect to frame data. So if you don't know this, when the opponent does something unsafe on block, let's say in this example, Luke's stand heavy punch, this is -6 on block, the regular stand heavy punch. Now, when you punish a move and you get a punish counter, the punish counter state adds 4 additional frames of advantage to that situation. So here, if I do a crouch medium punch, you can see it's punish counter, but my advantage there is greater than normal. Stand medium punch normally would be +3 on hit, but in a punish counter state, it's actually +7. So this will link into a crouch medium kick, which would not normally happen on regular hit or even counter hit. So I'm going to show you the different punishes you get using the punish counter state in respect to the minus frames. So whether it's -4, -5, -6 and onwards, we'll look at the different punishes you get with Ken. So logically, it makes sense to start with a -4 situation. So -4, you're only going to punish -4 with either a stand jab or a crouch jab. I recommend doing stand jab because it has more range. So this will link naturally into crouch heavy punch, but that will only work at very close range. So you can go for things like that stand jab, crouch heavy punch, like Itatsu, medium DP. You can convert the crouch heavy punch into run DP. And if you want to spend OD, you can go for those types of routes. So that was crouch heavy punch, heavy kick Jim right, then the OD Dragon Lash, and then whatever finisher you want at the end. And of course you can drive rush cancel the crouch heavy punch to go for your standard drive rush combos. However, if you're further out, you're not going to be able to link into the crouch heavy punch. So you'll do things like stand jab, crouch medium punch. That is reliable. But I think crouch medium kick is the better option. It has more range. You can see max range that will always combo on punish counter. So that will allow you to go into run DP from the crouch medium kick. OD spend will be your OD Jimrai kick. So that can be done. You do that to cancel into level 2 and level 3. And of course you can go again for your drive rush combos, your drive rush cancel combos. So -5 on block, you want to do a stand medium punch at close proximity because that links naturally into crouch heavy punch and you get good damage from this sequence. This can be cancelled into run DP. You like Itatsu, your medium DP or OD DP there, or level 2 if you want. The OD spend, you can go heavy Jimrai into the OD Dragon Lash for those sorts of combos. But at range, the medium punch will not connect, so you have to use stand light kick. Now stand light kick, you can cancel into a special, which is perfectly fine. It even combos into heavy Tatsu for good corner carry. And you can drive rush cancel from this. Now I generally do drive rush cancel into stand medium punch, crouch heavy punch for damage there. But you can go into crouch medium punch to get your chin buster run option. So you run DP, you run Tatsu. You generally go for that route if you want the run Tatsu from the chin buster. -6 on block is an interesting one. So a common situation you'll see -6 is if you block a drive reversal. Now generally you should be in range to do a crouch medium punch. A crouch medium punch punish counter links to crouch medium kick. So crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick into run DP is a common thing you'll see there. If you want to go into super, you can do a crouch medium punch punish counter into run step kick, and the step kick can be cancelled into super. But again, there's situations where the crouch medium punch will not connect, but the stand light kick does. So at range -6, stand light kick is your option. So another option to be aware of on the -6 situation is where the stand light kick does not connect. What you can do here is you can do raw level 2 as a punish for -6 and more negative on block, and that will punish. So DJ's crouch medium kick, even at max range, Ken's level 2 will punish that. So -7 is an interesting one. The only additional options you really get on a -7 punish are a raw crouch and medium kick, which you can do a run DP off. You can actually do a crouch and medium kick into step kick, and that will combo on the punish counter. That doesn't normally work. So treat -7 similar to -6. Close proximity, you want to do crouch and medium punch, crouch and medium kick. You can do crouching medium punch as well. I didn't mention that on the -6, but that also works. If you're super close, you can actually get crouching medium punch into chin buster. I also didn't mention that. That's another option. But if you're at max range and then -7, but you can connect, rather than doing stand light kick, just do the crouching medium kick. -8 on block, there's more options introduced now. So Guile's upside down kick, this is -8 on block. And you can now do a stand medium kick to punish this, the target combo. So that is a true punish on the upside down kick. You can also do crouch heavy punch, but it is quite stubby. You can see here it doesn't quite reach, but that will also net you some good damage if you go for a punish on -8. If you do go for a crouch heavy punch punish counter for a punish situation, you get a lot of Ken's B&Bs here. So you can do his run, stop, crouch medium punch, or run, stop into chin buster, which is a B&B for Ken. The good thing about doing the crouch heavy punch into run, stop combos is you get the more optimal combo route. So it's good to use that if you're close enough to punish the -8. Going back to the stand medium kick punish counter, one thing about this is if you do land it and you're at close proximity, it does combo naturally into the crouch medium kick. So you can change the routes. If you know the stand medium kick will punish, you can go for the crouch medium kick link to get different combo routes. At very close range, it will also go into crouch medium punch, which is more optimal if you're going for cancels and drive rush cancels. Sweep is also 8-frame startup, so sweep is a punish in these -8 situations. With the sweep, you'll get a hard knockdown, so you can do run, step kick with that, and that situation is actually +3. -9 is an interesting one. So Geef, for example, his sweep, his crouch heavy kick is -13 on block. So I'm going to throw a fireball, I'm going to block the sweep, add a drive rush. That's -9 now. So I feel like level 2 is a reliable punish here, but just to demonstrate this, if the spacing is good for you, you can block that and do an OD Tatsu. OD Tatsu is 9-frame startup, so you can punish some -9 specific situations with raw OD Tatsu. Just test your spacing before you do this. -10, so you can now do stand heavy punch for a -10 situation on block. This is a good button because it has range, so even at range if you block something you can tap into the stand heavy punch and it's perfectly fine to do this. The only thing I will say is if you go for a max range punish stand heavy punch, it won't connect into crouch medium punch. So this is why it may be better to go for crouch heavy punch, because you can do a run stop crouch medium punch which leads to the optimal routes. But there are situations where the crouch heavy punch won't reach, so you'll have to do something like max range stand heavy punch into crouch medium kick. Or you can just raw cancel the stand heavy punch into something. That's perfectly fine as well. It is hit confirmable. It does cancel into a lot of options. I'm going to skip -11 entirely because it's very similar to -10. The difference with -12, however, though, is you get a stand heavy kick punish. So very far range normals, -12 and worse. If you want to get a raw punish counter, stand heavy kick might be a good shout to look into. I am picking on Geef for this one, but let me throw a fireball, and on block, Geef will do a sweep, and my stand heavy kick should connect. It is pretty hard to get a follow-up there, but it will connect in that situation. So the final tip for this video is where things are very negative. On block, you want to do a raw drive rush crouch heavy punch. You get massive frame advantage here because of the punish counter and the drive rush frames. So this will now link into a run stop crouch heavy punch, enabling you to get some pretty cool combos. And of course big damage. The other option is run Tatsu. The punish counter run Tatsu will link into crouch medium punch every single time. So you can get access to Ken's B&B combos from this situation. So that's it for the video, guys. You will have to test the different matchups. If you know the frame data, you'll need to test the actual punishes because the spacing is the key. If your punish options don't reach the character in the punish situation, the minor situation, then you will not score the combos that I've shown you. So you need to test that for yourself. But this is a general concept of the options you can get at those different frame datas. If something's heavily minus on block, say -6 as a random example, but they're pushed out too far, sometimes you don't get a punish. There's not a punish option there. So I hope you enjoyed. Any questions or any queries, always give me a shout. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.